we're gonna start with some super basic stuff tonight. All right, so the very first thing is if I've got a partner that's, you know, that's holding a nice tight half guard, he's not putting any type of forward pressure on me, but he's got his head down and away right here, all right? I would prefer to have frames, but I don't have to have frames to get my guard back, okay? So if we've got frames, you know, we can build up and you know, it's a lot easier to get our guard back and get back into, you know, a closed guard and open guard. You know, we fight for the underhook, a lot of things like that. But a lot of times, you know, if you've got somebody that's got heavy top pressure, they're keeping their head down super tight, right? It's gonna be very difficult for you to get any type of frame in here, right, to be able to build up on and start to get some space. All right, so watch what I'm gonna do. So my half guard is here, right? What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take my outside leg, I'm gonna step it to the inside of his leg here, all right? So I've unlocked my half guard and now I've stepped on the inside of his leg there, all right? So from here, what I wanna do is I'm gonna need to trap his arm right here because he's gonna reach down and block this if I don't, all right? So I'm gonna trap this arm because what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna pull my knee up through here. All right, so my foot is on the ground over here, so that prevents me from losing the half guard position. But now my knee's gonna start to come up. If I let go of this arm, he's gonna sit up, he's gonna push that knee back down, and I'm gonna have to start the fight all over again, okay? So when I do this here, when I get my leg in, right, I'm gonna hip out, right? So hip out, knee comes in, right? Once the knee comes in, see how I have this arm hooked to prevent him from blocking me, right? So now my hip comes back across and I close my guard back up, okay? So I'll show it from a few different angles there in a minute. So we're in a half guard position. He's got me flat on my back. Like I said, I can't get any frames in. I can't do any of that kind of stuff. So I'm just gonna take my foot, I'm gonna clear a little space and stick my heel in here. All right, once I've got that foot locked, I want to glue that foot to the ground, make sure that he can't slide his leg back out, all right? So now I need to trap this arm because I don't want him, once he starts feeling me move underneath him, he's going to start moving his arm. All right, so now my hips are going to rotate back underneath him. As my hips rotate back underneath him, I pull my knee through, all right? So now my knee is through, and I got like a little bit of a butterfly hook here, and I'm locking this in, and I'm just going to hip out, and I'm back in guard position. All right? Show it this direction, I'll show it from the other. All right? My shoulders are pinned to the ground. I can't build any frames up right here, so I've got my half guard locked to make sure he doesn't pass. All right, so all I'm gonna do is I'm gonna create a little space, get my foot in. All right? Now this foot can come out. I can start to pull that foot out. Now I'm gonna pull my hip out and trap the arm. All right, so hip out, trap the arm, pull the knee through. Once I got that knee through, hip out all the way, I got my closed guard back. All right? So it's an easy way to get your closed guard back if the person is sitting, right? If they're putting forward heavy forward pressure, we're gonna deal with all those things here in a little bit, but if they're dealing with heavy forward pressure and stuff like that, it's not gonna be an option, but I'm gonna give you options for that as well. All right, last time. All right, so we're here. I want to get lots of reps at getting good at this, okay guys? So we're in a closed half guard position. Obviously, trying to fight for an underhook is not an option right here. Trying to build up the frame is also not an option right here. So I'm gonna have to try to work from here, all right? So I'm gonna hit, put my foot in place, right? I get that foot in place where I want it at. Now I'm gonna hit my hip out so that I can pull that knee through. Trap this arm over here so he can't use it. Then hip all the way through. And I've got my half guard locked back up, okay? It's a simple, easy movement. It requires you to be able to rotate your hips back and forth underneath them. All right, so we're gonna practice that, and then we're gonna build on that. Let's do it on 3. 1, 2, 3.